Hey guys, Lord Sora here. I have just uploaded a video of my UNMAKER build gameplay and some information about the build in general. But in this video, I would like to introduce you to its final form, the Overpower version. I believe this thing is going to be one of the best Necro builds, if not the best in Season 5. And before you jump into any conclusion, hear me out. I know people out there hitting in billions with Spirit Wave, Blood Surge, but most of them are relying on a bugged Mythic Helmet. And that will have to get fixed, otherwise some scaling gets too out of control. Which I don't know if it's gonna get fixed, but this is considering that it will get fixed. So you may say that we are also here in this video snapshotting Overpower. However, I don't think this snapshot gets fixed because similar bugs in the game do still exist with different items and different abilities, and I do not think it's that huge of a bug compared to other builds using Mythic Bugged Helmet. I believe and hope that this will be one of the best builds for Necromancer in Season 6 because of its ceiling. I could be potentially wrong and a bit biased, letting my excitement influence my judgment and a little bit of a wishful thinking here and there. But put things into perspective, in this clear, I'm not properly spec'd into Overpower. I literally wanted to see if it's possible to control Overpower engine very reliably and see how the gameplay feels. Based on that, my goal is to max it out and see how good the build feels. But after just doing one pit run, one tier 100, I could not contain my excitement, so wanted to share this build and gameplay immediately. Currently, in this run, I'm not running Blood Moon Breaches, so like we are hitting already in 400 million procs and in the range of 100 to 400 millions. And this is having without Blood Moon Breaches, which is another 150%, 2.5 multiplier, in addition to many other details that need to be changed. Like you will see my gear at the end of the video, timestamps below. It's not optimized for Overpower at all because it's a leftover gear pretty much from the non-overpowered version you have seen in the video that I have just released a few hours ago. Considering we proc the helmet 21 times per second in this setup, that can easily become around 10 billion damage per second. This is just a huge number that I think that gets this build up there to be one of the best Necro builds alongside of Purebone Spirit, Blood Wave, and Blood Surge in Season 6. In my previous video, I really did a good deep down analysis of how the UNMAKER's damage scales based on my testing. Make sure to check that one out. It also covers some major breakpoints in order for build to function. And in this video, I'd like to show you guys how I manage the Overpower engine in addition to that previous information. It's actually not super easy. It adds such a nice timing and cooldown management element to the gameplay, but it also makes the gameplay super rewarding. Like when you have your rotation down, things just get deleted. To control Overpower, we are utilizing the new rune ward Zan combined with Yule. So we cast a skill with cooldown, which is Bone Spirit, Tendrils, our ultimate, as well as Blood Mist. We generate 50 offerings. Once we reach 700 offering, our next cast procs Overpower. And in this case, you will have to pay attention to that buff timer on your buff bar, and the moment it's about to be active, your next skill has to be ultimate Soulrift. And then for its duration, every proc of UNMAKER will be Overpower, so that's where the snapshot comes in. It may sound a bit tricky, but after some practice with the dummy, it's actually not that hard to control. Like especially knowing myself, I do not see myself that mechanically skilled. So if I was able to do it, I think a lot of you guys out there that are much skilled will be able to do this. It just takes a bit practice. But yes, this is the main idea on how to make this build function properly with Overpower. Non-overpowered version has also already cleared tier 100, and that should just tell us once this is fully spec'd for Overpower, it should be able to speed farm tier 100s at ease. This will also be super good for horde farming, nightmare dungeon farming, for the materials, because the build is actually similar to Blood Surge, but it's shadow and bone. You just control a huge AoE and just delete screens. Very fun to play. Make sure to check out my very suboptimal gear at the end of the video to put things into perspective. We are supposed to get a really bad weather here at where I live, so I just wanted to get this out to you guys as quickly as possible in case I lose power or internet. It is my goal to spec this properly for rest of the PTR and see how fast we can clear tier 100s, and I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to drop the build planner in the description. Like and subscribe, leave a comment on what you think of this build. Stay in touch with me, more content like this on the way. Lord Sora here, see you guys in the next video. Cheers.